record collection, okay? So scratch out record collection and just put in the word beliefs. All right, now this, I'm going to ask you to kind of stretch and get outside the box a little bit. What are some of your beliefs about money?
It's the root of all evil.
Root of all evil. Who said that? Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to write this stuff down. When someone comes up with an answer, write the answer down. Whew. Where does that come from?
Misquoting the Bible.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Okay, what else? Other thoughts about money?
It takes money to make money.
It takes money to make money. Write that down. What else?
Greed.
Keep going.
Wall Street.
Wall Street, greed. What's that, Lisa?
Well, that movie quote, greed is good.
Greed is good. Okay, what else?
No risk, no return.
No risk, no return.
Can be good, it can be bad. It depends.
Money could be good, could be bad. Okay. Patrick.
I don't know how to get the quote.
Show me the money. Right? So I'm gonna show my age here a little bit, and I'm not sure my daughter's ever heard me. Well, I'm sure she has, because my daughter Alex, she's 28 years old. She's in our business, so she's heard all of this before. She rolls her eyes again, Dad. But my dad, who do you think we are? Rockefeller? Okay, so maybe in today's world, it's who do you think we are? Bill Gates? I mean, so the name just changed, right? What do you think? Money grows on trees. Save your money for a, which guarantees what money? What was the other thing about money? Oh, geez. Similar to yours. It's easier for a camel to get through an eye of a needle than a rich man to get to heaven. Right? We lived at the end of the dirt road on a farm in Hamilton, New Jersey, blueberry capital of the world. If someone was driving down that road that wasn't working on a farm, they were lost. And occasionally someone with a new car or, with a cat, nice car gets down there, and my dad, I'll never forget, my dad would look out the window and he'd say, look at those rich, and he'd have a word. And I grew up associating rich with this word until I read the book Think and Grow Rich. And that helped me change my mentality. What really changed my mind about money, though, is my real good friend, my second client ever, Tim Mackey. Tim Mackey is an investment advisor here in Cincinnati, and we're talking about this concept of money. He said, Tony, the way I've defined money and thought about money is it's a resource. You might want to write this down. This is really important. It's a resource. It's a resource very similar to food, water, and air. You have to have it. And then to go to Mike's point, he said, money helps you have two things: freedom of time and freedom of choice. And so that's how I've viewed money all these years, for the last 26 years. And that's what most of us ought to be in pursuit of, because as the saying goes, you cannot take it with you. Right? And so as you're talking to your prospects about buying your product, or prospective investors, certainly money is going to come up. But what will help them write you checks is your story. If you've not seen Simon Sinek's YouTube video, TED Talks, The Golden Circle, if you've not seen that, then you need to go see that. It's an 18-minute video. Nathan, I saw you nodding your head. Have you seen it? Yeah. The first time I saw it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. It was the most watched TED Talk in the world. To condense to 18 minutes, he talks about your why. And if your why doesn't compel people to take action, then you got to go back and revise your why. When Mike was, as soon as he talked about the number of horses that were killed, if I were that type of investor, I'd say, okay, so how much? I'm on the board of the Free Store Food Bank here in Cincinnati. We have 300,000 food-dependent people in our community. 300,000, over 100,000 children who do not know if they're going to eat this weekend or not. How much of a check do I need to write? I mean, that's your story has got to compel people and move them emotionally. All right? And then the last thing, discomfort talking about money. One of the other records, one of the other beliefs is it's impolite to talk about money. Money it's none of your business, right? And so in order for us to get past this stuff, we need to recognize, well, those beliefs, okay, have an impact. So now let's put some framework about this money question I asked before, okay? So I want you to think about a significant investment in your business. Okay, you've gone through this incubator, you've gone through this accelerator, you've gone through all kinds of plans, and you recognize, wow, in order for us to get from here to there, we need some more funding. Everybody with me? So what I want you to think about now and write this down is, what would the significant investment ask, what would that be? I'm not asking for you to tell me out loud, but I want you to write that number down. If you're getting ready to ask somebody for a significant amount of money, what's that number? Go ahead and write that down. What's the big check that you got to ask for? Everybody got it? We good? So my question to you is this. You've put the plan together, you've got a dream, you've got things lined up. What happens to your business? What happens to your dream? What happens to your altruistic objective that you're attempting to achieve if, in fact, you don't come up with the money? And I'm going to stop and let you think on that a second. Because normally, Mallory, our initial reaction is going to be that's one intellectually based. We'll come up with an intellectual answer. Well, I won't be able to expand my business. It's very intellectual. I want you to double click and get beyond the intellectual and think and feel about what's the emotional impact on you, your family, the community, the marketplace that you're trying to serve, if in fact you are incapable of getting the Benjamins, incapable of asking for the money and getting the money. So I'm going to shut up and let you think about that, and then I'm going to go around the table. And Stacy, I'll start with you and ask you. All right, so the rest of you think about it. I want to see people writing stuff down. You got to document this. You got to memorialize this, because someday you're going to be faced with this. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. Okay, Stacey, if you don't want to go first, I won't let you go first. Who wants to go first? Okay, Mallory, thank you.
Just starting with myself, I guess I would feel disheartened and like the idea wasn't validated, even though that wouldn't be the client, that would be the investor. It's still, I mean, we already experienced that. We're in a place that doesn't really understand what we're doing. So when you keep getting, why would someone want that? I've never heard of that. Why would you do that? It definitely does something to the way you think about it. So not getting money would be like saying, I'm not really willing to invest in that, and that would be hard.
Well, so tell me about disheartened. You said you'd be disheartened.
Yeah.
So? You're young, you'll get over it.
Yeah. You asked how we would feel.
Right. I just wondered if there was anything behind, like, okay, I'll go to the closest bar and drink myself silly, I'll feel like jumping off a bridge, or nothing like that. You're going to shoot Matt because he screwed something up during the presentation.
Probably drink.
Yeah. All right, good. Mike?
Well, I've been around a long time, so if that happens, I can pay for it myself, and I will. And so I'm going to finish the project no matter what.
No matter what. Okay, good. All right, Marvin? What happens? You don't get the money.
I'm kind of similar. I'll bootstrap it and do what I can do until I can get it to a visual for people that they can better understand what I'm doing.
So why don't you just start with that?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Stacy, I'm coming to you next after next. Nathan, what happens if you don't come up with the dough?
If we don't come up with the dough, we just grow a lot slower. And I would feel a little bit like I failed or missed an opportunity to serve a large amount of people. We might have missed an opportunity or a window to really make an impact. So that's what I would feel.
So let's go down that path for just a second. No, this is Matt. Nathan. You strike me as you're pretty committed to this.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so when you say we failed to make an impact, and maybe you've already shared this with this group, but what kind of impact are you looking to make?
Yeah, we're looking to.
I'm sorry. Let me re-ask the question. Why are you looking to make the impact that you're hoping to make?
We rented for years, and we felt like second-class citizens. We felt like we had no value in society. It was always the first box we checked, like, do we own, do we rent? And there's 110 million Americans who feel a very similar way when they're renting, that they're throwing their money away, that they're not creating any value, and sometimes they're stuck in that cycle, and there isn't a whole lot of hope for potential ownership or to even be validated in what they're doing. So I think that's where we feel like we miss an opportunity to serve that population.
Okay, good. I like that. Over here, what happens if we don't come up with a dough?
Fight a lot, and then Coach and Jim start like battling it out. Yesterday, I think we bootstrap it, but there's just a market timing I think we're trying to hit. So we missed maybe a market timing thing that we're missing, but we'll still bootstrap it and try to get it started just on a slower.
Okay.
And I feel kind of the same way Nathan does. We've got an amazing opportunity, and we need to try to move an industry. And it's like the biggest thing. Why we quit big jobs. It's like the biggest thing that could change, the relationship between companies and individuals. It's huge. Roger McIntyre says it's the greatest economic opportunity of our lifetimes if we can shift this equation.
And if you don't?
He founded Facebook.
And if you don't?
If we don't, it's going to be a huge letdown, right? And he said, like, we can bootstrap it. We can all go back and get big jobs again. But it's like I'll feel disappointed because we couldn't make it happen, but I will not go to my grave saying, if only I had tried. And we're going to give it the college try.
Okay.
I feel good knowing that we tried to do something that changed something that would have an impact.
Why is this discovery, why is this discussion so important when it comes to finally sitting down with somebody and asking for that and having that significant ask?
Because it helps if they were to say no, that you
Makes it feel smaller. I mean, it's like, I don't have any regrets asking.
What's that?
I don't have any problem asking.
Right?
Because I know what we're trying to do, and you can be a part of this or not. We're still going to try to do it.
Okay.
I also buy emotionally, and so like if you can connect that emotion, I feel a tangible thing with what Romina's doing, what everyone's doing is like has a real purpose, and like if you can connect that heart.
Yeah. The reason I'm bringing this up, okay, is this is what's going to happen. Right? You're going to get money objections, stalls, and questions. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay?